had an amazing time on our trip. It was quite long, so getting back into the swing of things is always kind of a challenge, and you just feel a little weird after such a long trip, and sometimes you just feel weird in your routines and things, even if you weren't on a trip, you know, you just get off of your schedule. So we are doing all the things to kind of get back on track, and today is our second day home, and we decided we are gonna hit the gym. So one thing that's good about jet lag is we woke up, or we're waking up early.
So early.
Kids here too.
So Delaney, you were up at like what, 4:30?
4:30, yeah. I woke up 4 hours ahead of schedule, but it's only gonna be 30 minutes early to the gym.
She's asking me if I can wake up with her.
He didn't.
Hour later.
So heading back into the gym, one thing that really helps us feel like we're getting back on track and just helps our physical and mental state is making time for exercise. So getting into the gym, making that a part of our routine and sticking to it is always really helpful for us. Obviously everyone's different and something different works for everyone. Something that we have recently kind of agreed on our previous routine before we went on our long trip was 4 days a week at the gym in the morning, and then 3 days a week we go on a walk in the morning. So that gives a nice split of working out in the gym, driving to the gym. That's kind of the part that I don't really like, and then spending some time in nature and having a more leisure morning but still moving your body. So those are the walk days. So I think that's what we're gonna stick to for now too. Yeah, right?
I think it's a good mix, and like you said, not having to drive to the gym every morning and just being able to walk is nice.
It gives it a little bit of peace and less of a chore, because also in your routine you want to find balance and you don't want to be feeling like you're a robot or something, or like it's a chore. So I think some mornings waking up and going on a nice long walk is a good break from getting in the car and making yourself go do a hard workout at the gym. So yeah,
because even when we worked out at home, it was only 3 days. So you have to wake up and just hit it hard 3 of the days, and then we walk the other one. So
yeah,
it's all about having a good balance.
Yeah. So today at the gym, I am gonna get back into 12-3-30, I think. There's a whole Instagram page and everything for 12-3-30. I'm sure you guys already know of it, but it's basically walking on the treadmill at a 12 incline at speed 3 for 30 minutes. I'm probably gonna do that like 2 to 4 times a week maybe, and then sometimes I might mix in the Stairmaster instead if I get bored. But it's just supposed to be really good for you, and I love walking, so I'll go walk on the treadmill too. I can watch YouTube videos on there, catch up on emails while I do it, which is really nice. And then we're gonna do a workout together after that.
Yeah, so we're gonna take it slow today.
Yeah, so we're just gonna...
We haven't worked out in 3 weeks, and then even before our trip we hadn't been in the gym for a week. Yeah. So take it easy on the body. Yeah, so don't do anything crazy. I
think we'll do a full body workout today, just kind of get back into it, and then we'll start doing some more specific isolated workouts later. We are actually leaving for another trip.
Short one though.
Less than a week. Yeah, it's just a weekend trip, but kind of weird timing to get fully back on track, but we're just doing our thing, you know. One of the big things for us is moving our bodies, working out, so we're working that into our schedule, we're sticking to it, and we're gonna go get the endorphins from that and just feel good. one thing that really helps us feel better too, get our lives on track, is a nice clean environment. Obviously, at any time it could be overwhelming to clean your house, and especially after unpacking and you're already tired, all that, but it does make a huge difference, especially in our opinion. So right now we are gonna do a little teamwork cleaning, and to make it manageable and make a difference, we are gonna spend 10 minutes on each room. So we're not gonna deep clean necessarily every room and organize like crazy, but it will get a little dent in and it'll just make the whole house feel lighter and airier, which is exactly what we need in our mental and physical space right now. So, are you naked? No. Alexa, keep playing. The end. Not the clip-in bangs sitting on the kitchen counter for my Halloween costume. One of the ways that helps me get back on track the best is honestly making menus for the week. I don't know what it is about food and cooking and having my meals organized, but I feel so much more put together when I do that. So this little notebook is actually full of menus that we've made. If you guys don't know, I am a paper and pen type person. I don't really like digital things, believe it or not. Yeah, I do everything. Sorry, the screen was blue. So I do everything on paper, and I'll show you guys the little menus because I always get a lot of questions about them when I post them on Instagram. So basically I just write dinners and lunches for the week in this notebook, and I usually do Sunday through Friday because we go to the grocery store on Sundays usually when prepping for a week. So we start there, and usually just with dinner because we'll go to the grocery store after lunch, and then we just go through Friday because Saturday, I mean, even Friday, mostly for dinner, we'll have something out instead of cooking, and then Saturday we just go to the store maybe and get something if we feel like it, or just go out. And I just do dinners and lunches because we don't really plan out our breakfast. They're usually faster meals, smaller meals, and we'll just have a bunch of things for the week for breakfast. So oatmeal, peanut butter toast, smoothies, maybe a vegetable potato stir fry, something like that. Yeah, I just write Sunday through Friday, lunch and dinners, and then over here I write all of the ingredients for those meals, and I like to color coordinate with these pens that I have. So Sunday's ingredients are the same color as Sunday, Monday's ingredients are the same color as Monday, and then if I need more than one of something, I'll just do a tally next to it. So this is really helpful for me. I don't know what happened to that page, but it's also nice having it in one notebook in a spot that you can refer back to, because I know for a lot of us it gets really hard to come up. Oh, those are book recommendations, so this is a little bit of a mixed notebook, but I know that it can get hard to come up with meals sometimes, so it can be really nice to refer back to other weeks and see. Oh, here's one Clayton did. see what we were having then. So I don't know, this is just something that is kind of like a little security comfort blanket to me when it comes to being organized and getting my shit back together. Dreams do come true in the kitchen. So just a little tip. As you guys saw, I went and got my hair done. I feel like actually going and doing things like that for me helps me just kind of get back into things, because it's a little bit of, I'm gonna deal with that mess, but I don't know. It's just a little bit of self-care, and I was due to get my hair done. I hadn't gone for a couple months. So yeah, I went and did that, and then I also got my nails done, and I was long overdue on my nails as well. They were super grown out. So those are just some things that I keep up on, and then getting back from a trip or getting off my schedule and getting back into those just kind of helps me feel like my best self. So I know it's different for everyone. You don't have to go get your hair done, you don't have to go get your nails done, but even just taking a hot bath or doing a face mask or something that feels like self-care to you, that makes you feel like your best self, I think is a good way to kind of refresh and start anew. So yeah, I didn't do anything that different to my hair. I just went a little bit darker actually on the top, and then just lightened the ends. I'm wearing a shirt, it's just like off. And yeah, just kind of wanted to do a little fall vibe. I really like having contrast in my hair, so a lot of times I'll do a darker root and then some money pieces and keep the ends blonde. So that's pretty much what we did, and it just feels good to be refreshed and do something that makes you feel good. We're at home and we're chilling. We're actually getting ready to go on another trip tomorrow. It's just a small one, a small stint. Not gonna like completely throw us off track and all that, but we spent the past like week or so trying to get back on schedule and back on routine, all that good stuff. And Clayton's doing the dishes.
I'm good for something.
We actually just like learned so much from our trip, and we had so many takeaways. That was the longest trip we've ever taken, and it was very formative. And we actually just got off a FaceTime call with Hunter and Juge, and they were saying that we looked like we were glowing on our trip, and Juge was like, I know there was like some spiritual things happening there, and she's so right. So I actually just wanted to share a little bit with you guys, like our takeaways from that trip. So do you want to share your takeaways too?
Yeah, I'll join you.
You'll join me. Come on down. And I will just say that getting back on track, so to speak, I know I mentioned kind of in this video, it doesn't have to be from a trip. It could just be you fell off of your routine or whatever. And I think for any of those phases where you kind of got off of your routine and your schedule and you're wanting to get back into it, there is probably some takeaways and some lessons and some things that you want to add into your routine and your lifestyle from whatever phase you're getting out of. So just wanted to reflect a little bit on what those were for us from our trip, to maybe inspire you to do the same with whatever phase you are exiting from and then going into a new one, basically.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Probably the biggest thing that we learned from our trip was just lifestyle wise, we need more balance.
Yeah. And
we need to have more boundaries in our life, because it's something I've always said about myself, that I'm not very balanced, and I am a workaholic, and I don't necessarily pride myself in that. Going on a trip for that long and not being able to work as much because we didn't have the materials to work as much, and we were just in a different mindset, and we were enjoying everything around us, and it was so good for us. Yeah,
I think while we were there, you kind of realize like priorities and stuff, like what should be in front of everything else, and everybody's priorities are different.
Right.
And they might change over time too. But I think while we were there, just like realizing that we like maybe more downtime or more time.
It's not even that we like it, we need it, because we don't give ourselves any. No. And you know, that's just our truth, and we know that, and we were faced with that when we finally did take some downtime, and we realized, oh, this is what it feels like. And it was so good for us. It was so good for us personally, awesome. And in our relationship, we felt so close to each other, so connected, and so in love. And like we still had, like, nothing is perfect, and we still bickered sometimes and stuff like that. I'm not saying like, oh my god, we were just, everything was perfect, but we did just feel really connected to each other and close to each other, because there wasn't work in the way of our relationship all the time. And having that clarity of what your priorities are is really a good feeling too. And I think when we're caught up in the hustle and bustle of our everyday lives here, kind of our priorities are fogged sometimes, because we think, well, is our priority to be productive? Is it to be healthy? Is it to be successful? Is it to be busy? I even think in our society we glorify being busy so much, and I'm
hustle culture.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that for sure. But it was just kind of like we were hit in the face with the reality of how good it is for us and how much we thrive if we allow ourselves to enjoy life a little bit more. And enjoy small things, enjoy each other's company, enjoy going out for lunch and sitting down and having a leisure lunch without rushing to get something done, and without having a deadline every day. That was just...
Yeah. Well, like, it's... You say it's like romanticizing your life. And so it's like every little thing, like since we went home even, it's like making like our little toast in the morning.
Yeah.
Take a little bit more time making the toast, like really enjoy making the toast, and when you're eating it, really enjoy it, indulge.
And like we got some extra ingredients for our toast to make it more nutritious, but also more beautiful, more and tasty. More intentional. And so yeah, basically coming back into reality and getting back into our routine and reforming our routine.
Yeah, I think it's like you come back to reality, it's like get your life back on track, but it's like, no, actually get your life back on track. Like what from your time away from reality,
how can you make your life better?
Can make your reality better, because if you just start trying to get your life back on track so you can just keep driving the nail.
No, we have takeaways from our trip, and we learned things that we want to incorporate in our life. So I think getting back into our routine and restructuring it here, our main focus is having more balance and more time for our priorities, which include quality time together and with our loved ones, making more time to see our family, making more time to see our friends, working less, and romanticizing our life, taking joy in small things and small moments, making time to like make an hors d'oeuvre before dinner and like share a drink and just sit there and talk, and not just always be doing something productive or in a rush, and making time to read, you know, taking weekends off, because we usually work 7 days a week. There was just really big takeaways for us on how we could make our life better. And so that is kind of things that we're trying to incorporate into our routine, which is a little bit ironic, because I think typically getting back into the routine, especially for ourselves, would be really like hitting the ground running. Like, how are you going to be productive? How are you going to maximize every minute of every day? How are you going to get more work done? How are you going to be superwoman and do everything? But really, we just kind of realized you're going to run yourself straight into the ground.
That doesn't need to be the objective.
Acting like that.
Yeah. I think no one should feel guilty for like taking time to do things that are
good for them, important to
meaningless.
them.
or yeah.
No, but they're not meaningless.
Like, but it might seem meaningless to other people. Like,
well, yeah, that's just people being judgy.
Right. But I mean, like, meaningless as in you
Simple?
just want to go, yeah, simple things. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to go lay and stare at the sky. Like, whatever the heck you want to do. Like,
yeah, well, that's just
nobody,
spending time in nature. That's
yeah,
good.
Yeah, right. So it depends how you look at it. I meant meaningless, like.
It's not traditionally productive,
Yeah.
maybe, but.
Right. So, like, you shouldn't, like, if you feel good doing that, you should feel fine doing that.
Yeah.
And know that it's good for you if you want to do that.
Yeah. So, as funny as it is, getting back on track and on schedule and in the routine for us this time around looks a little bit more like forming our lives to have more space and time for the things that we think we have dropped the ball on prioritizing in the past, and that we are now motivated to do a better job of moving forward. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because I don't think anyone's path is the same as someone else's, but maybe this just gets your thoughts going on some things that you didn't think about before that maybe you were letting fall to the wayside that are actually really important. Because like I said, I'm guilty of it, and I know a lot of other people in our society are too, just thinking we need to be productive, successful, busy, all those things, and the right amount of those things can be wonderful, I think, but sometimes it helps to go away for a little bit from your routine in any way, shape, or form and figure out what you need more of in your life. And then, like you're saying, don't feel guilty about it if it is you need more time to rest, you need more time, you need more quality time, you need more alone time, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be you're getting back on track in your routine and that means you're working more, you're more organized, you're perfect. Like, it just whatever you need, and don't feel guilty about that. So
that's it.
That's it.
That's the major takeaway.
Yeah. And I'm so happy that we learned that and realized that, because it was very needed, and I feel very much at peace knowing that. And we are having a little bit of turmoil figuring out how to incorporate those things.
Fully get there, yeah.
Yeah, because you go back to your life and it doesn't just change. You kind of have to figure out how do you structure your life to have these things in it.
What
so it's,
changes need to be made to get the change you want.
So it's a little bit bumpy getting there, but in the end, I'm just like really happy that we know that. Yeah. I'm just happy that we know what we need and we're figuring out how to get there. We're not there yet, but part of this whole experience of getting back on track is figuring out how to get there.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
You're a real one. What is that? I forgot about that where you explode it. You explode the boom.
We're losers.
We are.
I love you.
Love you. Giggle monster.
I don't need to giggle anymore.
What?
Because it's too much already. That's not a part of my routine anymore.
That's not a change you want to make to your life? More giggling?
I don't
Your
think
giggling's already there?
Yeah, it's like top notch. What do you think?
You're giggling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's enough.
You giggle in your sleep?
No, I don't. Are you serious?
No.
That'd be so creepy. Oh.
I wouldn't think it's creepy.
In the middle of the night. That'd be so creepy.
Did you hear me sleepwalk last night?
Are you serious?
Really? You don't remember that?
No. Are you serious?
Well, have some ice cream then.
No, you're not. I need you.
I didn't sleepwalk.
Are you lying?
I didn't. No, I just sat up in the bed, stared out the window for a while.
That's annoying.
And you said, Clayton.
I did.
Yeah. Clayton. Another fun fact. I didn't sleepwalk, sleep talk, sleep think, sleep anything.
Because you weren't stressed out.
Yeah, no, I think it's stress related.
It is.
Yeah.
Feeling good today. Are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna have some ice cream.
No, you're not. It gets worse when I get sugar before bed. You know what? The rule stands as always. If you want ice cream, you know where the guest bedroom is.
We don't have roommates anymore.
Really, bro?
I choose you over ice cream.
Thank goodness. Oh, that was a bad one.
Can we talk for a minute? Talk for